Hey, welcome to another episode of Luke and Rory in Washington. That guy right there, he's Luke. I'm Rory, and today we're coming to you guys from a very important place here in Washington, and we felt like this was the best place to start this video.
I think it really is. We are actually standing here in the capital city of Washington State, and no, it's not Seattle. It is Olympia. You should have learned that in like 5th grade, right, when you're doing states and capitals. So this behind us is the Capitol building in Olympia. Absolutely beautiful. And it really dominates the landscape here in the Olympia surrounding areas. Even from the water that's down there behind us at the park, you could be out on your boat and there's the Capitol building. It's really beautiful. And so we figured perfect. Olympia is about 2 hours from all of our favorite things.
Yep.
Really less than 2 hours, honestly, from the ocean to the mountains and everything that we like to do that really says PNW, says Washington State.
Yep, and if you even want to do the normal things that you see on national TV of heading up to Seattle and going to Pike Place Market and hopping on the ferry, you're about an hour away from there, from Olympia.
Tops, yeah, absolutely.
So why don't you guys come along with us? We're going to take you to some of our favorite places here in Western Washington. You know what? We don't have it in the budget to go to Eastern Washington this time. Is that okay?
We'll take them during hunts.
Okay, that sounds good. Come along with us, you guys.
One of the most amazing things about living in Washington is literally all of this is right in your backyard at all times. For the outdoorsmen, for the people that like to get out and explore, there's really hard pressed to find a better place in the United States. Right now we're standing in Mount Rainier National Park, which is just absolutely incredible, but you also have the Olympic National Park and the National Range there, and all around you, things to do for people who like to be outside, those who like to go fishing, like to go hunting and hiking. Just up here today in this park, we've seen people out snowshoeing and skiing and sledding, or just out hiking around and having a really good time enjoying this beautiful weather. This mountain that you see behind me, that is Mount Rainier, 14,410 feet. Absolutely beautiful. It dominates the landscape here in Washington. And as far as getting out and seeing things, if you want to go out, see some wildlife, take in some things, there's just really beautiful things here to see. We have elk, we have deer out here in these national parks, eagles, incredible fish, bears. You could be out here anytime, there'd be bears roaming around, marmots rolling around. Oh my gosh, guys, I think right now we actually have a black bear. I should get out of here.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, that feels we
Rory!
know.
For God's sakes, get up. We're working.
One of the main things that Washington is known for is coffee. And of course, everybody knows that Starbucks was founded here over 40 years ago. But one of the best things about living here in the Pacific Northwest is all of our local coffee shops, like this place in downtown Puyallup, Anthem Coffee. the vibe, the aesthetic. It's a chance to get together, meet friends, family. You can just sit down, have a cup of coffee, or get work done. It's one of the great things about being in these local communities here is the local coffee shops.
These coffee shops, like the one we just showed you, Anthem in downtown Puyallup, and another one of our favorites, Electric Coffee House here in downtown Sumner, are some of our favorite reasons to be living here in Washington State in the Pacific Northwest. These locally owned coffee shops really set the tone for these great towns with wonderful walkability that have great stores up and down the drag for you to visit, buy that special gift, and support local business. Downtown Sumner is just one example of the hundreds of great towns that you're going to find here in Washington, both on the western side of the Cascades and the eastern side. In these towns, you're going to find great main strips downtown with locally owned small shops that you can get that perfect gift. Here you're going to find places like the Attic, vintage stores, antique shops, kitchen shops, just about anything you need. And if you need a great cup of coffee, we've already named a few of our favorites. And of course, every great small town in America needs a locally owned bookshop, like a good book here in downtown Sumner.
And here we are in downtown Seattle, right outside the world famous Pike Place Market, home of the flying fish. If you've ever watched a football game or a sporting event, they always show the flying fish over there. And you know, today we didn't see any flying fish, but that's okay. There's so much to do here in downtown Seattle. You've got Westlake Center over there with some great shopping. You got the Seattle Science Center. You've got the entire Seattle area, the Seattle Center area over there. You got the Stadium District right down the road. And if you go down to the waterfront, you've got the ferries that are going in and out of there almost every hour, every half hour. And of course, Seattle is the home of grunge for all of you Gen Xers out there. Wore my grunge today. Home of Nirvana, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, and of course, the Foo Fighters, Dave Grohl from Nirvana. So as you guys can see, there's plenty to do here in downtown Seattle.
There's so much to do in downtown Seattle. You come out here down on the waterfront, obviously we just showed you the amazing views, the ships coming and going. Over here you have the big wheel of Seattle, always a great time to go ride that and get some really incredible views that you won't see anywhere else. The original Ivers is down here if you love fish and chips. And if you see over there, you see the stadiums for our beloved Seattle Seahawks, beloved Seattle Sounders, and of course, those bums of summer, the Seattle Mariners. Head on down here, grab yourself a bowl of chowder, take in the views, and enjoy all the culture that Seattle has to offer. And then take the kiddies, if you can, to the Seattle Aquarium that you can see right down there.
other great things about living here in Western Washington is that you can go from the mountains to the ocean in the span of 2 hours or less. And wait a second. Weaver!
What?
What are you doing?
Bro, we're not coming all the way to the ocean, and I'm not going to put a line in the water. Come on.
Every freaking time. Anyways, the beautiful thing is the Cascade Mountains are just east of Seattle. You can go from the Cascade Mountains out here to the Pacific Ocean in a span of 2 hours. And it's a great time out here. Today, it's actually not that windy. Sometimes the wind picks up out here, but you can bring families out here. You can fly kites. You can walk along the beach. There's awesome places along the coast here from Westport all the way up to La Push. And it's just a wonderful thing that you can go from mountains to the ocean in that span of time. Yeah, we're right here on the beach. Yep, 5 pounds of saltwater taffy. Yeah, can you bring some fish? Because my buddy here, he brought his fly fishing pole to the ocean. There's no way in the world he's gonna be successful with that. So yeah, can you just bring, I don't know, what, 5-6 pounds of fish? Yeah, we'll do that, and that way.
Run cutties.
Yep, and then that way he can take a picture, post on social media that he was actually successful at getting something with a fly fishing rod.
We're recording this.
Okay, all right. Yeah, and some beer. Yep, sounds good. All right, later. Yeah, I had to cover us, man, because bring the fly fishing pole. Dude, I don't even fly fish, and I know that you brought the wrong pole.
You know what I love?
Tell me.
You know what I love? I love that here in the Pacific Northwest, in Washington, where we were born and raised, I can do all the things that I love most in life within like 2 hours. I mean, I know we've been joking a lot on this video, but we've been in the mountains, we've been in the ocean, we've been where I go hiking and hunting and fishing and up in the mountains. We've been here at the ocean where I come out and I paddle out on my surfboard, on my paddleboard, I take my kids, we build sandcastles. No, I would not use this rod out here, but I can come out here and get a line in the water, grab some saltwater taffy. I mean, especially if you're outdoors, some of the things we've highlighted, literally in the span of 2 hours, I can hit them all in one day.
Yeah.
There's no other place that I can think of that you can really do that.
No, and the beautiful thing is it doesn't matter if it's a quarantine time or non-quarantine time. You literally have endless opportunities and possibilities here in Washington to either go out by yourself or go out with the family, go hike a trail, go up to the mountains to ski, come out here and just listen to the ocean, feel the breeze. I love this place. And there are times that we complain about some of the things about Washington, which we won't share in the video today,
But
the beauty out here, the nature, the getting back to the outdoors.
Yeah. But we were literally just goofing off on Mount Rainier, and now we're down here about ready to go for a walk in the surf.
Yeah.
And I just name another place in the world you can think of that has those opportunities. So,
No.
guys, we love it here. We know that you will too. We're glad you've taken time to watch a little bit about the things that we love here, and we hope that you find things that you love here as well, and we'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, so if you guys want more information, don't hesitate, reach out to us, 253-200-4824. You can reach us, luke@lukeandrory.com or rory@lukeandrory.com, and we'd love to answer any questions you have about living here in the Great Pacific Northwest.
Absolutely. And since we're here, I might as well give it a shot.
Check baby, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check baby, 1, 2, 3. Check baby, 1, 2. Check baby, 1. It's the happiest little elf. Want me to talk? Jackassery.
Was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, Dad was drinking whiskey and looking for a grouse.
All right, stay right there.
Wonder where Pitts is. Wonder where Pitts is. Oh, surprise. He's in a coffee shop.